do you think religion is something that we can outgrow?
I think, like everything that evolves over time, it becomes something else. I think that religion, we have to first try to understand what the phenomena is. It is a large group of people or a group of people who have kind of a common goal, aspiring to believing in common traditions, common aspirations, beliefs, gods, whatever it might be. And I think that religion is evolution playing out in humanity. Is it a wrong turn and gone too far? Maybe. Maybe we've gone a bit too far in putting so much onto agency we have no evidence for. But like I said earlier, if you wake up and you tell yourself you're great, is there any empirical data to like know that inherently? Like, is there like, put this in make sure you put this in that lab jar and add the chemicals and you'll see how great you are.
Right.
No, you tell yourself a story.
Yeah.
You believe your story and you go out to prove to yourself. Same thing apologetics does, but to prove to yourself that you are great and to help others so they understand that you're great and how to be a good person to help other humans, right? These are moral goals. These are my fundamental morals, right? Like I'm pointing out mine as an atheist. So religion to me is observation of natural phenomena to begin with. They're trying to make sense of the world around them. They assume agency. The reason lightning struck, well, they didn't do it. Humans didn't do it. Some power greater than us did it. And they don't know why the lightning bolt struck down. They don't know why the earthquake happened. They don't know why people die of diseases or famines. You'll hear in the Bible, it talks about the angel of the Lord came. What's that mean? I don't really know. God must have done this. But there's people who died of worms or they died of this COVID-19.
Yeah.
You know, and my point is like, it's explaining the world around us, but in a tribalistic sense where we have a common goal and they've grown over time. So I do think that religion will evolve further and it will not look like this in the next, I would say at the rate we're going with our learning and stuff like that, give it a couple 100 years and we might be a little blown away on even how Islam looks. Fingers crossed. Because there's a lot of backwards thinking there as well. In certain regions of the world, they're just now starting to do things that you'd like, thank you. Saudi Arabia and things like that are like starting to kind of do things more progressive in some way. I hope it doesn't revert back to fundamentalism, but I think we would outgrow what we call religion right now. But if the question is, will we outgrow tribalism? I don't know if we can. I think we'd probably be extinct before we know how to do that because, like I said, those people are anti-Muddites and those people are Muddites. It's how we categorize things. Mm-hmm. We look at people. Are they our color? Do they speak our language? Do they look like me? This is them.
Yeah. Us versus them.
Yeah. Us versus them automatically, or at least you're already suspicious if they aren't like you. So there's a prejudice built in, and I think this is an evolutionary mechanism. It's natural when you walk and you see a snake on the ground. Whoa, hold on, what? Like you're prejudiced to that snake in terms of it possibly harming you. And I think this happens also with humans. They don't look like me. I had a bad experience with people who look like them in the past, and in any category humans live in, tribalism's there. But religion, I think, will take on new areas over time. I don't know how else to put it. I wish I could predict it. I just hope that our children and our children's children in the next 1,000 years will have mercy on us and have us willingly say, we know that we are ignorant right now. We know that. And when you look back, hopefully you look back with mercy and realize we aren't pretending to know. See, those in those ancient books, they know. They have the answers. We want to learn from our fathers, from our ancestors, from the history books, that when they were dogmatic and they knew, we should be cautious in realizing how little we know, but we know enough to know they don't really know. And so hopefully our children will look back and with what they do know, go, those were some wise people. They were trying with the little fickle brains they had and in the world they lived in to get this. That's my hopes.
Yeah, and then they were aware of the issue, and because of that, were they even more motivated to ensure that, whatever it might be, they just tried at least with this knowledge to make things better than not better.